to This Very Moment Collective. You are right on time whenever you're watching this. This reading is timeless. Tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, our spirit team. Spirit, please show us what you have for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, that is where you can find your girl. Ooh. And let's get into today's message. So today is a strong energy of like, I just really felt late night thoughts or late night wishes, late night vibes here. I'm tapping into someone who is really stuck on your energy. And it feels like this person has gone through a shift. It feels spiritual and it feels emotional. This person is now kind of feeling like you're their world, feeling like they miss you. We have my world and I miss you here. So there's definitely an energy of someone like really deeply pining over collective at this time. My world, it says everything revolves around you. I keep that in mind when I am making decisions. I include you in all of my plans, every action, every dream. I love doing life with you. You mean so much to me. Without you, I feel nothing. So I'm tapping into someone who feels quite numb, feeling like you're the color, the sparkle in their life, feeling like you make it more interesting. This is definitely giving the vibe of a very nonchalant person. And I feel like you've made the nonchalant person chalant. I feel like you've made this person someone who's emoting, someone who's showing affection, someone who's showing emotion, someone who's like, okay, I feel like smiling around collective. I feel like there is something to be excited about. And yet here we are in an energy of missing you. So they say, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And this person is definitely in that energy as well. I miss you. It says your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent. It's giving Edward Cullen. It's giving Edward Cullen. Your touch, I am missing everything. Remember how we've connected physically over our lifetimes together. My love for you is boundless and unconditional. I miss you being next to me, and wherever I go, I search for you. So this is someone that you seem to be in separation with collective. I just saw 222, and they're definitely missing you. On one end, they have this desire, this wish to be with you, this realization that you are their world, and we have the hopeful card here. So I see them overcoming. We have doubts and insecurities that came out. I feel like they've overcome that. Now, as far as what the doubts, the insecurities are, when I was in the pre-pull, I was kind of feeling a lot of money-based energy. You may come from a better family than they have. You may have something nice. It could be as simple as your home. You have a nice apartment, a nice home. And this person is a little, I wouldn't say jealous about that, but they definitely feels, a bit jealous over it. Like they feel like you have more than them. And also, especially if they're a masculine and you're a feminine, this person feels like they don't amount to that traditional dynamic. They look at themselves and they say, I'm not the other polarity that's able to provide them this apartment. If I was on my own, I don't even know if I could afford this apartment. I don't know how collective affords this apartment, like they have their own doubts of whether they could do for you what you even do for yourself. And it just makes them very insecure. But we have the hopeful card. It says, I hope that we can put the past and bad times behind us and start again. I know that I'm asking a lot of you, but I hope that you can forgive the error of my ways. I acted immaturely. So this person may have lashed out due to their own insecurities, due to not having what you have, due to feeling like they're not on the same level as you. And they're feeling regretful about that because at the end of the day, them lashing out lasted for a moment. That anger or resentment, whatever it was, it kind of bubbled, and then it popped and they lashed out. But now everything's calm again because it's already kind of exploded. So they're feeling a bit silly. Like they're feeling like I did all of that and here I still am yearning for collective. So at this point, they're wishing that they didn't do it altogether. They're wishing that they were able to better handle their emotions. And that's something that they've been working on behind the scenes. They definitely want to get better with that. They want to be able to enjoy a life with you without feeling like this jealousy. But they also feel like ultimately the solution to that is going to be them working on themselves. It's going to be them getting to that next level, whether it's financially or something else for you personally. Like they need to amount to that. I'm also seeing a small sacral chakra on a masculine. So they could be insecure due to that. They could be insecure due to their physical form, not feeling confident about themselves. Yeah, Spirit is showing me like a physical form of a feminine as well. So if this is a feminine that you're dealing with, she may have lashed out at some point due to her own stature and her own inability to kind of accept and embrace and love herself through that, through her insecurities, through her imperfections. Insecure, it says, you treat me better than I've treated you, and I know that. I really do want to give that to you, but I'm struggling with my fears. I feel like I'm not good enough for you. It's my own insecurity holding me back. Exactly. So I do see this person taking accountability. I like that. I do like that they're acknowledging their own shortcomings and realizing like, okay, there's a you thing, there's a me thing. This is a me thing. This is not a you thing. This is one of those situations where it is really kind of my problem that I'm dealing with here, and it's negatively affecting our relationship. So I need to work on it. And then we have doubt. It says, please stop doubting our connection. So this card actually makes it sound like they're more feeling your doubt. You could have told this person at some point that you have your own doubts and fears, and that definitely really got to them. They did not like to hear that because it makes them feel lesser than. It makes them feel like, does collective even want to be with me? Do they believe in us? You know, it kind of adds to it because they're already insecure. And then when you express doubts, it's like they just feel the weight of the world on their shoulders. It says, I can sense it, and it's making me doubt us too. Just have faith and know that I will reach out to you in divine timing. Trust the process. Everything will work out beautifully. So you could have doubts about whether or not they're interested, because I feel like that's like really random to come on the card. All of a sudden it's saying, trust that I will reach out in the right timing. So that's kind of indicating that there is a separation between the two of you, or this person isn't being active in their communication at this time. There's definitely some sort of separation. And you know, it's weird because it's like this person wants better, yet they also want control. And it's like, well, you controlling the situation has got us where we're at. So at minimum, we need to co-create, or you at least need to let spirit kind of take the wheel and control things. And this person is just kind of feeling like wrapped up in their own head, very me kind of thing, you know, not being super considerate of how you could help or how spirit could help. It's like on one end, they want, you know, some change, but on the other end, they still want to be in control and be the one who's reaching out. And it's like, it just doesn't work that way. So we got the Ten of Coins reverse and the Four of Cups reverse. This person really regrets not putting more effort into the connection. Ten of Coins reverse can be like a long-term lasting fruitful energy, but it's coins, so it has to do with like financial stability. They really regret if they never went to college, not going to college, or dropping out of college. They really regret not putting more effort into their career. It was all fine and dandy when they were just them living their own life, doing their own thing, but now that they want to expand, there are expectations of them. And you know, you could be someone who's totally fine with like even co-creating on a financial level, like, you know, splitting the bills, you know, going kind of 50-50. And this person kind of doubts whether or not they could do that. You know, they may be renting out just a bedroom, living with roommates, for an example. And it's like, I see how collective lives their life. It's very luxurious. It's very nice. I don't know that I could provide them that. I don't know that I could provide them the lifestyle that they provide for themselves. So it's like they're not jealous of you directly, but they're definitely jealous that you have prioritized making something of yourself and accomplishing some things in this life that you can be proud of and that can be fruitful for you. And they didn't do that. You know, it was totally fine when they were an artist, figuring themselves out and doing their own thing. But now that they're trying to co-create with another person, it's not all right that they haven't amounted to as much as they could have, because now it's like, I don't have what it takes to be an equal partner to this person. So this person, we got the Four of Cups reverse. Ultimately, as far as their desires and what they want, they don't want to be in this energy anymore. They do want to overcome their fears. They want to overcome their insecurities and their doubts, their weaknesses, and they want to make something of themselves. We got the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Wands. They feel like they're over their head, and to be honest, they need your help. We have the Queen of Swords, so you could be a total boss babe energy. This could be you helping them with their resume. This could be you helping them get a better job. This could be you helping them get a job where you work, but that may be something that you're uncomfortable with. Maybe that's where the resistance is. It's like, I know what you want, but can I give that to you? I'm not really feeling that. Not really trying to do that. Maybe you don't want to be in a relationship or in a connection where you have to do so much like that. You have to put them on, especially, you know, financially, especially at your own job, because it's like you worked hard to create that space for you, you know. It means a lot when you are the person that recommends another person to a job, because to a degree, you're an extension of that person. So every time they look at them side eye because this person has done something, they're low key going to be looking at you side eye like, well, you know, collective saying your praises. So what the is going on with collective? You know, why did they think this would be a good addition to the team? This person's a mess. We got the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, the Devil reversed in the Chariot. So ultimately, this person is definitely ready to surrender. With that Chariot card here, I feel like they crave freedom and they want to make something of themselves, but they also crave connection and they want it all. You know, on one end, like just with the Chariot card in this deck, it's depicted by a man riding a motorcycle. That is the epitome of freedom. That is the epitome of being a free spirit, being able to live for yourself without rules, without expectations. So it's like they want that and they want to level up so that they can have that. But on the other end, you're the thing that's actually inspiring them to level up. So they just kind of end up going back in a circle because it's like they get inspired by you to put in more effort. And then they think, oh, once I have this wealth, then I can do all these things that I want to do, and it gets into the freedom bag. So it's like it just leaves you in a super, super awkward position because it's like I don't want to build someone up just for them to go pursue like the rest of their life without me. And I've put my name on the line to recommend them. Devil reversed, I don't feel like they have negative intentions though, which is really good. I don't see that, you know, they're a negative person. I don't see that they're trying to play you. I'm not really getting anything to be worried about. But I'm definitely getting an energy of this person, you know, kind of having a bit of a there's a bit of mixed feelings here. It's like on one end, this person, they want to do better for you. They're inspired by you, but on the other end, they want to be free. So it just leaves you in a super, super awkward position. Tell us more about this connection, Spirit. What do they want ultimately here with collective? We got workplace romance. We were just talking about that kind of energy. Workplace romance, best friend, and real feelings. So they want to have it all with you, but I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely getting a bit of this person resisting like an official title or something like that. This energy kind of feels like there's a catch. There's definitely a catch. Workplace romance, bottom of the card, it says common cause connection. So I do want to point out that this could mean you guys are in the same industry versus in the same literal job. So say you create content, for an example, this person could be trying to get you to put them on. This person could be trying to get you to teach them about the current algorithm and kind of give them all the keys. But it's like once they get the keys, Chariot card, they're about to speed off on their motorcycle. And it's like, well, hold on. I'm helping you doing all this and you're using all these resources to just be better by yourself. That feels a little bit usury. And we did have the Devil reversed, so I don't think that they're intentionally trying to use you. But I mean, if that's kind of what it boils down to, what can we say about that? You know, that is what it becomes. So definitely a tricky situation. Best friend, it says friendship is vital to your romance. Feelings deepen and blossom. So this is a really tricky one. This person needs a lot to feel loved, to feel supported. They need a full sacrifice of their partner in order to feel like, okay, I can be vulnerable with them. But I feel like Spirit is leading them to explore. We have real feelings here. They're real feelings because at the end of the day, they have feelings for you. It's like they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, but not in a third party sense or anything like that, but in the sense where it's like, okay, I'm trying to explore romance, but also I want this person to surrender to me first. And it's like, well, that's how your previous connections have gone. You know, you've gotten those people to surrender to you first. And where did it lead you? With connections where that person was some way, somehow always underneath you, one step behind you, and you were the leader. But in this situation, you know, you got to put some respect on Collective's name because they're a leader in their own own right, and they're doing very well for themselves. And if you want to do well with them, you're going to have to, at minimum, co-create or allow collective to take the lead sometimes. And that's ultimately what this person is struggling with. So definitely getting strong late night confessions vibe. What they want to confess to you is that they have their doubts, their insecurities, but they're hopeful that things can work out. They do feel like you are their world, and they really, really miss you. They want to be better for you. They also want to be better for themselves, and they kind of end up in this loop. And that's kind of where they're at. That's what I got for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, manifestation candles, all that is over there. And that's what I got for us today. I'll talk to you soon.